This is Merf Derkson of YMI News. We are here on the Mall in Washington, D.C., awaiting the landing of the spaceship carrying our returning delegation from their historic trip to the planet Quirdmut. Once again, I am joined by our panel. Dr. Star Burstling from NASA, Ambassador Isha Shami, head of UNUSA, the United Nations Office for Outer Space Affairs, Ms. Buffy Lighthead of the newly formed social networking group, Faceyouspace, and we are pleased to also have with us a Quirdmutian official assigned as liaison to the White House for Quirdmutian Affairs. With that, please welcome Yrag. Welcome to you, sir.
It is with great pleasure that I extend our greetings to all of your Earth listeners.
And greetings to you too, sir. Tell me, have you heard from officials on your planet as to their reactions to our visit?
Our people were most appreciative of the visit of your delegation of representatives, and many friendships were formed. It was a great compliment to us that your senators seemed so quickly able to accept our ways and participate so freely in our recreation methods. It appears that much goodwill was gained.
Well, that's good to hear. Dr. Burstling, I understand the ship experienced some sort of mechanical failure during the return flight. Can you lend any information on this?
Well, you can imagine our reaction when we first learned that there was a problem that caused an engine shutdown on the craft. But we were immediately informed that the nature of the problem was totally insignificant in Quirdmutian terms, and before we even had a chance to begin an investigation into the problem, we were informed that a service module had already arrived, repaired the Fligla chamber, as it is called, and they were already back on their flight path to Earth. The only reason we even heard about the situation was so they could let us know that they would be arriving a little later than planned. I cannot tell you how excited we all are at NASA to be working with these people. What we are learning and experiencing is simply incredible.
Indeed it is. And what about you, Ambassador Shami? Has the UN made any progress in creating a dialogue with the Quirdmutian government?
The Secretary's genitals... Oh, I'm begging your pardon so much. The Secretary General has informed the government of Quirdmut that the United Nations has nearly completed the process of forming a new charter which would enable the United Nations to handle the management not just of its member nations here on planet Earth, but it will manage all intergalactic affairs as well. As a result of this new charter, it will be necessary for the Quirdmutian government to now approach all dealings here on Earth through the United Nations General Assembly. And ultimately, of course, it will be necessary for them to work through my department, which I chair, which is the United Nations Office for Outer Space Affairs, also known as UNUSA.
I see. And has the UN received any response from Quirdmut on this as yet?
In fact, that is why I have been sent to participate in this media transmission. I have been instructed to inform this group known as the United Nations that Quirdmut is most satisfied with its relationship with the people of the United States, and the UN, as it is called, is most welcome to contact us through our newly formed embassy located in this place known as Washington, D.C. Other than that, we are not sure what purpose a relationship with this United Nations group would have for us at this time. We have investigated these other nations, as you call them, and we find that they do not meet our criteria. Therefore, we have chosen to maintain our already formed relationship with the President of the United States. But thank you for asking.
No, you're not understanding. The United States is not the highest authority here. The United Nations is the organization that represents all nations of the planet Earth. The UN must be called upon to make all decisions regarding this planet. All who come here must recognize this authority, or there will be repercussions.
This method of reasoning escapes me. Could you please inform me of the meaning of the use of this word, repercussions?
There will be sanctions! Huge sanctions! placed on Quirdmut, we will vote on them. And I can assure you the vote will be unanimous. You cannot ignore the UN's authority. It is simply not possible.
Forgive me, Mr. Merf Derkson. But is this some sort of Earth humor that I am simply not comprehending properly? If so, I wish to offer my apologies for my ignorance of this humor.
You are simply not understanding me. You must listen to me. Somebody must listen. I am feeling most unpleasant here. We have a charter. There are repercussions to be considered. Wait. What are you doing? Unhand me this instant.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Where are you taking me? I demand you let go of me. Don't touch
Ambassador
me.
Shami seems to be experiencing some sort of breakdown.
This is not acceptable. I am the head of UNOSA.
We will keep you informed as to his condition.
Go me to...
In the meantime,
I have diplomatic immunity.
let's turn to Ms. Buffy Lighthead for an update on how our interplanetary social networking is progressing.
Oh my gosh, that guy really needs to get a life? So, we've been networking like crazy with all sorts of people on their planet. It's been so great. It's already having an effect on our music, and I was like totally at the mall yesterday, and you should totally see everything I saw in the stores already. I've made so many new Faceyouspace friends, and I've changed my relationship status like 5 times, and my friend Gina is like, oh my god, this is so cool, and like everybody is having like so much fun, and my friend Laura was like, oh my god, I'm totally like dating this guy Griggle, and I'm totally one of the first people to go out with a Quirdmutian, and then she changed her mind and broke up with him over Faceyouspace, and started going out with this guy Lerp, and then Lerp was like, wow, this is so silly, and then he broke up with her, and she was like totally devastated, and then an hour later, her Faceyouspace relationship status was like, Laura is now in a relationship with Arblet, and I totally think she's just doing it for the attention, and she really needs to calm down and get over herself. But then...
Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Leave it to the younger generation. Already bridges are being built. Wait, here they come! The ship is already landing on the Washington Mall, and, well, would you look at that? They're down already. Let's turn it over to Chase and Lilac, who are on the vessel with our delegation, getting ready to end their amazing journey. Let's listen in.
Well, here we are, Lilac, home again. Seeing that beautiful blue marble in the sky grow larger and larger as we got closer and closer was quite a thing of beauty.
Indeed it was, Chase. I must admit that it made me quite emotional. I can't wait until they open the doors so that we can step out into the sunshine and enjoy all the sensations of home that we tend to take for granted.
I couldn't agree more. And here come the members of our delegation. They appear quite ready to depart this vessel and step outside to the awaiting crowd.
I forget. Where did they say our luggage would be waiting?
Justin said he had that all taken care of, and we should not worry about it. So please, for once in your life, Mona, stop worrying and enjoy the moment.
Before you depart, I would like to relay to you what a great pleasure it has been to manage this voyage and see to your needs.
And we want to thank you, Snood, for all the fine care and tending that you gave us.
Would you look at that? I have never seen so many people. Please tell me I've stopped glowing and that I'm not that stupid color anymore.
It appears we all have stopped glowing and everything is back to normal. Oh, look, they've set up a podium for me to speak. My fellow Americans, it is so very wonderful to be back on our magnificent planet once again. I would like to report that our delegation has returned safely, and we have done our country's work with great honor
I
and
better get out
integrity.
there. He needs to be stopped before he gets into too much trouble.
Well, that's it. I'm happy to say my work is finally done. What about you, my friend? You going to be on Earth for a while?
I am scheduled to remain here for 6 Earth rotations, during which I will be off duty.
Hey, Snood, that's great. I've got some time off coming. What do you say I show you some of our sights?
This sounds most agreeable.
Great. For starters, let's go have a beer.
I do not know what this beer is, but something tells me it will be more than acceptable.
Trust me, Snood. It's every bit as good as Ezoop, I assure you.
Lead on, my trusted Earth friend.
And so ends the first of many visits to other worlds. With our new ability to move heavenward, we can only guess what the future will hold. Why, the possibilities are endless. So, until we meet again, remember, it pays to have friends in high places.
This entire broadcast has been brought to you by Luna Dunes, that tasty little wafer that's simply out of this world. This is Merf Derkson, signing off.
Why am I news?
Luna Dunes? That horrid piffle? Those things taste like low-class cardboard. How positively disgusting. What did you say? Sponsor? Oh, dear. Luna Dunes. Why, yes, of course. Luna Dunes is delightful little morsels. Certainly, yes, delightful. Goodbye.
This adventure was written by Saperstein and Merway and sponsored by TLCscripts.com.